Now, I'm ready to go and start putting in some of my external walls here. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is try and select the PDF that's underneath, and I'm going to hide that. Okay. Now, so I can see that I am missing a one. Okay, turn that one on there. Right. So I've got my grids all set up, and I'm going to go into my architecture and wall. And this is my wall here, edit type. I'll show you the structure. You can pause that and take a look. That's how I'm organizing things. Now, basically the inside surface cavity, the CLT, the rock wall, they'll all remain if I swap, say, the wood laminate out for a brick or something like that, depending on what type of finishes I decide, then I've got a bit of space there to be able to do all of that. Okay, and okay. Now, if you remember when we created the grids, I want my CLT wall to sit down right down on top of my support load here on the foundation. And the way I went about this is that I created the wall, I got a center point of that wall, and then as I'm drawing it, I'm going to do an offset of 95 from the center point. That's basically how I'm doing mine. Okay, so let's back into here, to wall, and I'll do an offset in here of 95. All right, now I want to draw clockwise here, so I'm going to start at that point, and I'm going to just put this in as far as there for the moment. I want to make sure that I'm correct, so I'm going to pop in a couple of sections here. Okay, and I'll put in another section coming through here as well. Just for the moment, let's take a look at that. Change that to fine, and come over here. Now, that is not spot on. Notice as well that I did raise this floor up 100 mil as well, so I need to put a base offset of 100 here. Okay, and for this to work the way I wanted it to work, this should be in the center here. So I'm just going to go back to my ground floor level and find out why that is the case. So that center point should be on that center point there. So let's try it again. Okay, let's just try it again. Now, let's just see how this one worked out. Again, it's slightly off, right? It's slightly off. Sorry, it's the base offset I want. It's close, but it's not close enough. What I wanted to do. Okay. Now, I wonder, is that to do with the grids? So I want to solve this problem before I do anything. Now, okay, so we'll go again, ground floor plan. And what I might do here is I'm going to drop the view range. So I'm going to bring this below, say minus 400. Okay, minus 400. No, let's bring this down to unlimited, apply. And let's bring this down to minus 600. it's the cut level, of course, sorry. Now, okay, so we're getting to see where the supporting piece of the foundation is. Now let's try that again. Okay, so if I did it like so. Now it's way off, alright, so let me try that again. Ground floor plan, come over to here, wall, and okay, so we're going to bring this up 100, and we're going to offset this 95. Now, so that's what I'm looking for there. As far as here, and let's bring that all the way down. So it's hitting the right points here. So let's just check section 1. Now there you go. I'm better off like so and like so. So I have that right. Okay. Now what I'll do is I'm going to change the view range back. So with the cut point 1200. Right click, create similar, offset 95, and then pick up on the intersection of the grids here. Okay, now that should come the whole way around for me. And it's not there. So it should be the intersection of the grid line, so that one is not picking up correctly. 95, now that's better. So a little bit of care and attention required for this, and that's why we put the grids in, so we can model accurately here. Now I know that some of the wall finishes are different, but my feeling is that once you've got the basic wall, that if you're going with CLTs, that you've got the basic structure of the CLT there, whatever the finish is, you can sort that out by doing a duplicate of the wall and putting on a different finish, if you feel that's necessary at the end of the day. Now it comes all the way across as far as there. Right, escape. Now let's go into a 3D view and see how we're doing. Okay, so there is my first piece of wall up. Let's check the sections. Okay, that's pretty good there, and that is pretty good there. I've got a little bit of an anomaly on portions of my structural file. Okay, so I'll have to sort that out. Now one of the things I'd have to do is that I would have to, right, with the structural, if I wanted, you can see the way this is down. Now I could pull this down here, but I don't want to do that. I want to keep this consistent. And what it is that I've got these walls up at plus 100. Sorry, these are set at 0. Top offset at 0, and over here I've got a top offset at plus 100, and that was just to accommodate the basketball floor and the administration floor as well. So here's a little important thing that I'm going to do. I'm going to do a 3D here. Now I'd have to go back in to my my structural model, do those changes, and it would upload again, but it means having to come out of this one, go back into that one, do the changes, come out of that one, go back into this one, and If that happens, it slows everything down. Okay, so the principle of what I wanted to get across to you was the fact that when you go into practice, you might be working on a project that has 2 or 3 models, and it's important that you understand how to do that. Now, to get over our immediate problem here, what we can do is I can select that and I can bind the link. So what the link does now is going to take it as kind of a link model, and it's going to more or less, it's like when you've got that block of information. When we bind it, it now disassociates the link and makes it part of the architectural model. So we're going to do that. And that's fine. We'll answer yes to that. So we want to include, I don't want to include the levels or the grids. Might need to include the grids, but I'll chance it and see how that works. And we'll just answer okay to that. Now, what you've got here is have been deleted to that. The model is still loaded. Okay, so removing the link cannot be undone. Removing the link using the manage links dialog to save memory unless you're going to reuse it in the project can be undone. So I'm going to remove the link, and now the structural model has come in, and it is now a group. Okay, but it means I can edit it. All right, and I'll show you how we're going to do that. So we'll go back into this section here. So if I pick this one, right, and I'm going to edit the group, okay, I can now pick this wall, come over and ground base, so top offset of 100, apply, and we're back up there and finish, and that's done. Now, see the way that works? And if you do that, it'll make it an awful lot handier for you in terms of editing. Instead of going backwards and forwards, it'll make it an awful lot easier. I would recommend that you keep it as a group because you can easily do that. And if a situation arose where, say, you're in the office and the structural engineers issue a whole new model, they say, look, we've changed our design, we've done different things as well. What you can then do is just select that, delete it, and then link in the new model again, and then go through that process of binding it and turning it into a group. All right, so I hope that will be useful for you as well.